From the Detroit Free Press, in the heart of the Motor City, it's Monday, April 13th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kerry Jr. According to the state, Michigan now has over 24,000 confirmed cases of the coronavirus and nearly 1,500 deaths. Several residents and staff members in nursing homes across Michigan have tested positive for the coronavirus. The facilities account for 35% of cases in Wayne County. That's not including numbers from Detroit. Detroit officials say that all nursing homes in the city have reported cases of the virus. Last week, Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan says the city is focusing on its most vulnerable population.
We have lost 11 people to COVID-19 in nursing homes, and we have had 141 other infections. It has now become the center of the battle in the city of Detroit.
Duggan says the city will be administering 160 tests at facilities each day to combat the spread. Flint residents who violate Michigan's stay-at-home order could face up to $2,000 in fines. On April 1st, the city announced a 30-day curfew restricting outdoor activity from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Violators will receive up to 90 days in jail and a $500 fine. Governor Whitmer's stay-at-home order added a $1,000 fine shortly after. The order is also subject to a criminal punishment of 90 days in jail and a $500 fine. Governor Gretchen Whitmer has received additional criticism about her handling of the crisis. This time the comments are coming from Congress. Over the weekend, Michigan Representative Justin Amash criticized the governor's order restricting travel between residences. Amash tweeted, quote, "The governor needs to allow communities and businesses to establish safety procedures based on actual conditions. Not every place has the same risks, and it's not good governance, good health science, or good economics to pretend they do." End quote. Governor Whitmer's office has stated that protecting the health and safety of the Michigan people is her number one priority. That's the latest. For more information about COVID-19 in Michigan, visit www.freep.com.
Reporting for the Detroit Free Press, I'm Marian Marini. Flower retailers across the state have been left stranded with thousands of Easter flowers as sales have plummeted since the outbreak of the coronavirus. With Easter church services going digital and families feeling hesitant to let outside things into their homes, garden centers and florists have been hit hard. Garden centers, nurseries, and flower shops are among many businesses in Michigan that have been deemed non-essential by Governor Gretchen Whitmer, which has required them to shut doors on customers. Easter is typically one of the busiest days of the year for floral retailers, kicking off what is usually the busy season for the industry, which begins in April and lasts until June. Sarah Munson of Beck's Flower Shop and Gardens in Jackson said this has had a dramatic impact on business.
Everything has stopped, so I can't get product in, fresh cut flower-wise, but even if I could sell what I had in my store, this has been devastating for us. This is our busy season. We were unable to get any of the help from the state for small businesses because they allotted such a small amount of money for grants and loans.
Last April, the shop made approximately $200,000, Munson said. She predicts they're not coming anywhere close this year, with this month's earning clearing between $15,000 to $20,000. Florists across the state can't even donate the leftover flowers, as nursing homes, hospitals, and other facilities are rejecting donations for fear of infection. Munson said the 55,000 square foot center still doesn't know what they're going to do with the leftover flowers. For more of Munson's stories and to hear from other floral retailers across the state, visit freep.com.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department. You know, we tried to have a little bit of fun and stir up a little bit of debate here over the last few days. Late last week, we created a poll for readers to decide which four figures would make up the Michigan Sports Mount Rushmore. The voting ran from Thursday morning to high noon Sunday, and we had a virtual photo finish. The first three spots were no-brainers, going with Barry Sanders, Gordie Howe, and Al Kaline. Hard to argue there, right? The final spot, though, is worthy of an argument. Isaiah Thomas and Steve Yzerman have very similar resumes, both drafted in the early 80s to moribund organizations. Both were leaders of their teams to eventual championship glory. Our readers were mostly split here too, but the edge and the final spot went to Thomas by less than half a percentage point of the over 25,000 votes cast. Which guy would you have gone with? The captain, Zeke, or someone else?
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer. See you tomorrow.